Next, today we'll hear from Kelly from SurgiBox. SurgiBox is developing ultra-portable, inflatable, sterile enclosures, notably the SurgiField system, which is designed to create safe, clean surgical environments to patients anytime, anywhere, especially for those that are in low-resource, disaster-stricken, or conflict environments that lack conventional operating rooms. Kelly Laurel holds an MBA and is a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel, bringing extensive leadership experience to her role. At SurgiBox, she has been instrumental in expanding the company's global footprint to enhance access to safe surgical solutions throughout the world. Please welcome Kelly Laurel.
Thanks, Sarah. As mentioned, Kelly Laurel from SurgiBox, the award-winning innovation that provides clean, safe surgery anytime, any place. Access to surgery is a global problem. Billions of people across the globe do not have access to proper surgical infrastructure, which results in millions of deaths annually. Additionally, in many places where there is insufficient infrastructure to meet their demand, and I'm not just talking about places where you don't want to travel to, I'm talking about developed nations to include Europe that have significant surgical backlog times. Currently, over 600,000 people in England alone are waiting for surgery. And in other instances where you do have infrastructure, if a disaster demolishes your infrastructure, it may take several days before other solutions can arrive on site to support your medical needs. Case in point, in March, Thailand suffered a devastating earthquake that ruined their infrastructure, that resulted in the staff having to do surgeries out in a parking lot, open to the elements. You can see some people wearing masks, others not. You got a guy in the back with a sippy cup, and if you look closely, it looks like they're doing another surgery right behind him. So what's the solution? SurgiField. It is a rapidly deployed, cost-effective, ultra-portable surgical environment. It transforms any space that you have into a surgical space. It protects both the patient from the environment and the provider from bloodborne pathogens or blood splashes. We have now received, just this month, our EU MDR CE mark, so we are now available to sell in Europe and many other countries. We also have approval in Japan and are ISO certified. Here's in stark contrast just across the border in Thailand in April, where we provided our kits to where there's civil unrest in Myanmar. They are safely performing surgery in a makeshift basement surgical room to remove shrapnel from a patient. Or in the Ukraine, our system is being used to save lives and provide proper surgical conditions in the most aggressive environments. Here's a snapshot of our system. It starts with the smart control module, which is the shoebox looking item that provides positive pressure, HEPA filtered air that inflates the surgical bubble in under 90 seconds. It adheres to the patient with an adhesive on the bottom and has a tearaway panel in the middle. 2 to 3 providers can be in the bubble at any moment. There are 6 arm ports on top. There's a limb port on the side so that you can do additional procedures on hand, foot, leg, and the such. Weighs under 10 pounds, fits in a backpack, highly portable, and it comes with rechargeable batteries that each last at least 4 minutes. We see this as a huge opportunity. The lack of infrastructure is multi-billion dollars. We see this across 3 broad segments: the non-emergency surgical section, rural and remote medicine, or emergency preparedness, crisis, and defense. We have a very tailored and specific go-to-market strategy for each of these segments. We believe there will be high demand. We know many countries are putting forth resources to address this growing surgical backlog, and we can provide them with a simple solution that immediately addresses their surgical backlog, drives their revenue, without the need for them to put forth expensive capital expenditures to build additional theaters. We know many militaries and governments are looking for solutions to reduce casualties and improve patient outcomes. We have a razor blade business model using the smart control module, which is good for approximately 2 years or 10,000 surgical hours, and the single-use disposable bubble. Here we have super conservative estimates that show at least 46 million in revenue over the next 4 years. Here's some additional details about our journey. We've raised about $8 million thus far. Half of it has come from institutionals and VCs like Wellcome Trust, and the other half has come from grants. We have several pilots going on in other countries. We have 14 countries with distributorships already signed up and a couple others pending. We have a very robust IP portfolio, and we have currently a new product under development funded by the U.S. Department of Defense. We have a small but mighty little surgical team here with doctors, surgeons, medical tech advisors, biomed engineers, military trauma surgeons that have been advising us in leading this company. Okay, we are in the midst of transitioning from an R&D company to a commercialization one focused on sales. We're seeking a $2 million safe note. As mentioned, we just received our regulatory approval this month. So we're scaling up manufacturing, filling our warehouse, need to hire some key personnel. I would love to talk to you more about in the breakout room about our life-saving and game-changing technology. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kelly.